Hello students, good morning to all. Today's session we are going to discuss about human health and diseases. So what is health? What is diseases? So how the good health is maintained and what is the reasons for diseases? All right? So let us start. So in the first slide, one person, healthy person, and another one is suffering with disease. You can easily understood, you can easily identify who is healthy person and who is suffering with disease, right? So what is health and what is disease? So health is the most important aspect to the human beings. And what is the definition of health? Health is defined as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well being, not merely absence of any disease. So, what is meant by health? What is the definition of health? Health is defined as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well being, not merely absence of any disease, is called health. One person do not have any type of disease, do not suffering with any type of disease, that condition is called a healthy person. He is considered as a healthy person? No. Health is defined as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. This definition given by WHO, World Health Organization. The person is physically fit, all the systems are working properly, and mentally unhealthy. He is having some of the different types of the thoughts, some violence thoughts, so he's not healthy person. And social well-being, so humans are social organisms, so we have different types of social relationships, we are living in the society. So social well-being also most important. So the person is completely the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, that state only called health, being not merely absence of any disease. Without disease, that person is not considered as healthy person. The person is fit in three aspects: physical, mental, and social well-being. All right? Okay. So what is disease? What is the definition of disease? Disease is the condition when the functioning of one or more organs or systems of the body are adversely affected and characterized by various symptoms. So, what is the definition of disease? Disease is the condition when the functioning of one or more organs or systems of the body are adversely affected and characterized by various symptoms. So, each and every organ presented in our body exhibits different types of specific functions. So, those organs or one or more organs adversely affected, harmly affected, so badly affected, and exhibits abnormal conditions, abnormal symptoms, or under symptoms, so that condition is called disease. Disease is the condition when the functioning of one or more organs or systems of the body are adversely affected, so normal function not exhibits by the organs at the time of disease. That condition is called as disease, right? So these are the definitions of health and disease. Okay, right. So, whenever the person is good health, the person consists with good health, good healthy person. So, what is the use of health? So, whenever the person is maintaining good health, so what is the use? The health increases the longevity of people. The health increases the longevity of the people. Good healthy persons always has good lifespan, increases the lifespan of the people. Whenever throughout the life the person is suffering with the different types of the diseases, there is a chance for decreasing of lifespan. So health increases the longevity of people. So importance of the health increases the longevity of the people. And healthy people are more efficient to work, and this increases the productivity and academic prosperity. So what is the second importance of the health? So healthy people are more efficient to work, and this increases the productivity and economic prosperity. So whenever the one person is working in one organization, so he is healthy, his condition is healthy condition, then he is capable to do the work. So whatever his productivity is good, so efficient. So whenever he is suffering with some of the disease, he have fever or different types of the diseases are there. So whatever the productivity he is able to work properly, no. So that only given here. Healthy people are more efficient to work, and this increases the productivity and economic prosperity. Obviously, whenever productivity is there, obviously economic prosperity. You will get good salaries. Whenever productivity is there, then obviously the persons will good salary. Economic prosperity is need to be maintained, and the person is unable to do the work because of his suffering with some of the diseases. So economic prosperity also decreases. Understood? So these two are points of related to importance of health. So health increases the longevity of people. And next one, healthy people are more efficient to work and increases the productivity and economic prosperity. Right? Next, so how good health is maintained? So what are the methods for maintenance of good health? The factors that are very important to maintain good health are, so many hospitals are there in our country or throughout the world. Why that much of hospitals? Because of that much of patients are there. Why that much of patients? Because of each and every person is unable to maintain a good health. In any of the factors, they may be occur, they may be affect with the disease, but the persons are trying to maintain good health. So what are the major three reasons for maintenance of good health? The factors that are very important to maintain good health are: first one, balanced diet; second one, personal hygiene; third one, regular exercises. These three are the most important factors for maintenance of good health. So balanced diet is required. So nutrition, through the nutrition only the good health is maintained. Balanced diet. So per day there is up to 1800 to 2000 calories are required for human body, for maintenance of for younger human body. So maintenance of human body is depend upon by intake of nutrition. So balanced diet is required. So most of the persons are supposed to take junk foods and roadside foods, street foods. Those are all disturb our health. And whatever we are taking the nutrition, so in that nutrition the balance is required. The protein, sufficient proteins are required, carbohydrates are required, fats are required, different types of minerals are required, electrolytes are required, vitamins are required. So that should be present in our nutrition, right? That is balanced diet. So unconscious we should take food, right? Okay, next one, personal hygiene, cleanness. Nowadays this is a trendy topic, personal hygiene. Because of absence of personal hygiene, there is different types of the diseases spreads throughout the world and in different types of areas, right? So personal hygiene, maintenance of personal hygiene is required. So cleanliness is required. So washing the hands properly before taking the food and bathing properly is required. So those are all maintenance of personal hygiene is the most important for maintenance of good health, right? So next one, regular exercise. So what is regular exercises? So supposed to go to gym and doing the six pack, it's a regular exercise. So that is also good, but not going to gym only not the one only option, one option. In home also you should practice at least 20 to 30 minutes. And basic common exercise is required. Regular exercise. How we should take the food regular basis. Based on that, as like that, so regular exercises, some of the workouts also required for our body. Right? So these are the three important points for maintenance of good health. What is that? Balanced diet, personal hygiene, and regular exercises. Right? Okay. Next one. So, some of the terms today we will discuss. So what is the reasons for the diseases? The body is exposes, our body, human body is exposed to the environment. At that time, there is different types of the microorganisms or enters inside the body, right? So because of microorganism causes the different types of diseases to the human body, right? In that, one of the microorganisms are parasites. So parasites causes diseases to the human body and as well as different types of animals body. So what are parasites? So, right? Okay. The organisms unable to live independently, completely depending upon others' host body, and completes its life cycle in host body and cause different types of diseases to the host body are called parasites. So, what is the definition of parasites? So, there is two important organisms. There is two types of organisms are presented. Those are free living and parasites. Free living means those organisms lives independently, individually, not depend upon other organisms, other host body. But parasites are not free living. The organisms unable to live independently. So independent living capacity is not there for parasites and completely depending upon other host body and completes its life cycle, completes parasite life cycle in the host body. And during the completion of its life cycle process, it causes, the parasites causes different types of diseases to the host body, right? So understood what are parasites? Parasites are unable to live independently, and where it lives in the host body, and what it completes its life cycle process in host body, right? And what it causes different types of diseases to the host body while during completion of its life cycle. There is different types of the parasites are presented in environment. Those are protozoans, helminthes, bacteria, virus. Some of the examples also given here mentioned. So those are all act as parasites, right, and causes diseases to the host body. So the humans occurs with diseases. So what is the reason? One of the reason is parasites, by the parasites, right? Next one, pathogens. What is meant by pathogens? Pathogens are those organisms which causes diseases. The organism which causes diseases are called pathogens. The which organisms causes diseases to the human body or to the host body or to the animal's body, those are called pathogens. So what is the difference between pathogens and parasites? Parasites are parasites only, it unable to live independently and completes its life cycle process in the host body. Pathogens are pathogens are either parasites or free living also. You got it or not, right? So pathogens are those organisms which causes diseases. The organism which causes diseases, those organisms are called pathogens. Disease causing organisms are called pathogens. Examples: bacteria, fungi, viruses. These are some of the free living also there in this, and some of the organisms are parasites also there. Parasites is type of living, okay, right? For diseases, one of the reason is parasites and pathogens also, okay, right? Next one, vectors. So till now we discussed the parasites and pathogens. So third word is vectors. So what is meant by vectors? Vectors are those organisms which spread the pathogens. The organisms which spreads the pathogens, those are called vectors, transporters. Why the disease spreads from one place to another place? Through what is the medium? Some of the diseases spreads through the air, some of the diseases spreads through the water, some of the diseases spreads through the soil, some of the diseases spreads through the food. So there is organisms which spreads the diseases, vectors. There is organism which spreads the diseases, so one place to another place. So diseases body to infected body, infected person to healthy person. Such type of organisms are called vectors. Vectors are those organisms which spreads the pathogens. It transports the pathogens one place to another place, infected persons to healthy persons. Such type of the organisms are called vectors. In simple words, those are transporters. It transports the diseases, spreads the diseases. For example, are mosquitoes, housefly, cockroaches. Mosquitoes, housefly, cockroaches, these are all vectors. Why? For example, Anopheles mosquito, female Anopheles mosquito bites one person suffering with a malaria fever, bites the infected person, right? So whenever it bites, female Anopheles mosquito bites the infected person suffering with malaria and sucks the blood, right? Inoculate the blood, and the same mosquito will bite to another healthy person, healthy human body. So whatever the parasite which causes the malaria, that parasite enters into healthy person's body. So the healthy person is going affected by malaria. Right? Understood or not? Whenever it sucks the blood, through the blood, parasites also enters inside the mosquito body, and the same mosquito will bite to the another human, healthy human person, healthy human body. Then healthy person will get the disease of malaria. Right? So these are transport the diseases, but you should remember important point. Vectors are transporters only, but vectors should not get by disease. So, Anopheles mosquito spreads the malaria disease from one person to another person, the infected to healthy person, but mosquito didn't get a malaria fever. As like that, houseflies and cockroaches also. You got it? Right. So, these are vectors. So, parasites, pathogens, and vectors. Next one. Diseases can be broadly classified into two types. So, based on spreading of diseases, the diseases are majorly classified into two different types. Those are infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases. Infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases. Diseases are majorly classified into two different types: infectious and non-infectious. So, what are infectious diseases? First, we will discuss regarding about infectious diseases. Infectious diseases means the diseases which are easily transmitted from one person to another caused by pathogens. The diseases which are easily transmitted from one person to another, which are caused by pathogens. The diseases are caused by pathogens, and such type of the diseases spreads from one person to another person. That type of the diseases are called infectious diseases. In the name only, infectious and non-infectious. Infectious means infected. Those diseases spreads from one person to another person. Non-infectious means not infected, right? So infectious diseases, the diseases which are easily transmitted from one person to another caused by pathogens. For example, typhoid, malaria, common cold. These are all different types of the diseases. For example, for infectious diseases. For example, typhoid. So there is typhoid fever, malaria through the mosquito. The disease is spread. So mosquito bite, common cold. One person is suffering with cold, and whenever the person sneezes, while sneezing, the air droplets releases into the air. Then it spreads to the another person. As like corona, there is pneumonia, right? Through air, the disease spreads from one person to another person. And what are the types of infectious diseases? The types of infectious diseases. So types of infectious diseases. So infectious disease definition, what the diseases which are easily transmitted from one person to another person and caused by pathogens. So based on pathogen, the infectious diseases are classified into different types. So all pathogens are not same, right? So what is pathogen? Disease causing organism. So types of infectious diseases: viral diseases, bacterial diseases, protozoan diseases, fungal diseases, helminthic diseases. In the name only, the disease is caused by the virus, viral diseases. The disease is caused by the bacteria, bacterial diseases. The disease is caused by protozoans, protozoan diseases. The disease is caused by fungi, fungal diseases. The disease is caused by the helminthic organism, platyhelminthes and nematyhelminthes. Those are helminthic diseases, right? So some of the examples here mentioned: viral diseases, common cold, dengue, and polio. Those are all examples for viral diseases. Next, bacterial diseases: typhoid, pneumonia, and tetanus. These are all different types of examples for bacterial diseases. Next, protozoan diseases. Malaria and amoebiasis, these are the examples for protozoan diseases. And fungal diseases, ringworm. Ringworm is one of the example for fungal diseases. And helminthic diseases, ascariasis and filariasis, these are the example for helminthic diseases. Up to this clear? So these are related to infectious diseases and types of infectious diseases. Okay, so next one is non-infectious diseases. Okay, so what is meant by non-infectious diseases? Not transmitted from one person to another and not caused by pathogens. The diseases not transmitted from one person to another. The diseases not spreads from one person to another. Such type of the diseases are called non-infectious diseases, and these are not caused by pathogens. Infectious diseases means the diseases spreads from one, transmitted from one person to another and causes by pathogens. Non-infectious diseases means not transmitted from one person to another and not caused by pathogens. The diseases are called non-infectious diseases. For examples, heart problem. The person is suffering with heart problem, some of the cardiac disorders, cardiac diseases, and that should not spread to another person. It is not possible, right? And cancer. The person suffering with cancer and he cannot able to spread to another person, right? So those such type of diseases is called non-infectious diseases. Up to this clear? Right. So these are all the concepts which are related to the class 12, but this is the common basic things we need to discuss, you need to know related to health and diseases. So that we discussed in this class, and in next class also we are going to discuss some of the related disease related types, and the types of vectors and the types of parasites and the types of host and parasitic adaptations in the human body. All right, so by the seeing of slide, what you understood, what is your guess? So health word, one your visible one word is visible, health, and second word is wealth. So what you guess, it is correct. So what is that? Health is wealth. When health is there, you don't have any type of that much of properties and money also. There is, the person is need to maintain good health, he is a rich person. But health is not there, anything is there, so there is no use, right? So health is everything. So health is wealth. Health is the most important aspect to the person's, human's body, right? Thank you very much. Bye bye.